SG versus. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back to another game for Collective Gaming today. This time it's against Shadow Gaming and NF, formerly FAF. Looks like we will be playing Oregon. And as you can see, Shadow Gaming is all here and ready to go. We are just waiting on NF. So, operator bans, what are we thinking is going to happen on this one there, Skinny?
Let's see. Oregon, having scrimmed against SG, well, what little scrims I've done against them, I can definitely see NF banning a Yin if they've done their homework. Especially on a confined map like Oregon, I didn't see a typical shield ban coming out, or anything along the lines of a hard breacher / Thatcher ban for sure. And then as for defense, your usual Mira's kind of make or break here, and then any intel gatherer really. Outside of that, maybe a vigil, but I don't know.
Yeah. Do you know of any pure targeted bans for either of these teams, really?
At this point, it's been so long since I've really played against either, seen them play, so my knowledge on them is kind of
Yeah.
lost at this point. But like I said, I did see a Yin for sure, but outside of that, really
Yeah.
anything goes here. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I want team
I
submits it. I want team submits it up. Get a Jaeger band in here.
yeah. Yeah, we just had a Jaeger ban last game, yeah, and it was a Yang fest, to say the least.
FG band
Um,
Jaeger, I assume.
yes,
Yep.
far side ban Jaeger.
Typical. Typical.
Um, um, but yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Mira gone. I'd also can see Echo, like a Mira Echo for both. Um, Again, like you said, that Jaeger might come out. That's pretty toxic, but um, and then attacker-wise, I don't know. You could really, I think, personally, I would leave Yang on the table if you have a Jaeger still. Leave Yang on the table and then roll with a Habana ban to cover your hatches, especially for the basement hold. And then that way you've got to deal with 2 thermite charges and that's it. So, and then for another attacker, it's kind of like it's hit and miss. You could see a Ying and a Habana, or you can see a Habana thermite if they really want to get crazy with this game.
Laz would be a really good ban on this map as well.
Yeah, just for the other sites, yeah, I could see that. Especially if they're gonna work big window.
Yeah. But this is why not last map.
Interested to see. I don't know where NF is going to go for their first defense. I've never seen them play. Don't know their strats, players, nothing. So it'd be interesting to see if they are a more CEO or not CEO, sorry, bedrooms upstairs or a basement like laundry room hold. It'll be interesting. But it looks like everyone's ready to go, so we're gonna hop right into game 3 of today. SG versus NF on Oregon.
Yeah, teams in Oregon are really interesting to me because they kind of each split up into 2 halves of which primary site they prefer and then which off-site they prefer. The off-sites are more interesting generally because some know how to play them better, some really don't. But at this point in the game, basement dorms, everyone knows how to attack and defend them, so it's kind of just cookie cutter at this point.
Definitely an overplayed map for sure. Oh, and a thermite ban is the first ban that comes out. Interesting. Very interesting.
It's one hard.
Not so interesting because they're defending first. So I get the thermite ban, but you're gonna leave a Habana open, and she's gonna be able to pop those hatches anyways. There's no way blue team thinks about a Habana ban here is good. I would hope.
If they do, which they won't,
Monty
a Monty
for the
ban.
stairs. Yeah.
But to say if they do ban Habana on the attacking time or on the attacking side with a thermite already banned, like they have to already know how to play without a hard breacher because you don't shoot yourself in the foot like that.
Yeah, absolutely. The Kaid comes out. Okay. They don't want to deal with anything on that hatch when they go to get it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but if they don't blow that wall out in the classroom, you can plant that thermite whether there's a Kaid on it or not, because it doesn't spread up that wall.
I've seen some teams be able to get to the wall and some teams can't. Personally, I've never been able to figure out how to do it, as the last band will be Echo. But yeah, I don't know. It kind of falls on the person using Kaid, however you want to pronounce it. Personally, I don't use them. I'm not a fan of them, but I've seen other people wreak havoc with them, both his guns and his gadgets. So
Yeah, for sure. He can be a nightmare at times. Ops coming out. Obviously, the Mira. Not surprised at all by that. Castle, yeah, useful. I'm interested to see if they're going to pull Castle up inside of Median along with the Vigil, because a clear roam going to come out from him. The Maverick and Habana going to come, just in case. The Thatcher, Blitz Ash, probably on roam clear if I had to guess. But, yeah, let's get right into it here shortly. And the Smart. Sorry, I say Smart because I run Capital on this map, so it's pulling at my heartstrings there real quick.
I mean, Blitz can definitely wreak havoc on a map as confined as Oregon, but if you know how to deal with the Blitz, it's not really an issue. So I think overall, Capital is definitely a better pick to have, just utility-wise alone.
Absolutely, absolutely. So actually, they're upstairs for their first hole. Mira is going to put a Mira on that one instead of the opposite one. I don't necessarily agree with the decision if that's what she is doing, because you're giving yourself, especially if they're gonna leave unreinforced arsenal right there, because you are in mini peak angles at that point. Castle doing the classic bedroom, and they're actually gonna barricade off white stairs and still make them rotate there. I don't know about the castle. I understand the rotate for sure, but the castle, I'm not 100% on. This Mira is going to be interesting because if they drone her out, she's going to might be an easy pick for sure.
I think with that castle, if they threw the last one, if they're gonna castle off white stairs, if they threw the last castle onto generator window, then it made it a lot more effective.
Swapping bags.
Right, absolutely. Ash is on the roam clear with the non-ACOG. A lot of people complaining about that. And drones are coming out. Vigil's getting spotted. Ash checking for some feet. I wonder if Mav is also going to try and pinch this Vigil on his downstairs rotate. Might get him. Vigil is actually up in big though. Just wasting time. Being effective. These two trying to figure out how to deal with the Mira. They know the Mira's there. They know Legion is floating somewhere. And Vigil does get fragged out by Nurox on the rotate through tower into Median, it looks like is where it happened. Claymore, and I believe that's all roam. So now we have 4 people upstairs. Let's see how the attackers push it. Shooting some common places there. I got on the bandit. The bandit's gonna re-peek. Thatcher rings out. Let's see if Habana can get in there. Yeah, if Capital can keep that Mira clear.
Legion's pinched himself in the armory at this point. This is not gonna be for him. But
and he actually does get the frag, and he gets a double kill onto Zerxel and Slayer. He confines himself in a room and is still able to frag out on 2 people. The thought process on double rushing a door, I don't know. And Bandit's gonna frag out onto Nurox as well. It started good for the attackers, but it's quickly turned around into a 4v2 going the other way. Mira is beyond lit right now, but it's looking like... And yep, another frag comes out from the defenders onto Lip. We'll see what they do here now with a 4v1 situation. I'm going to get on to Habana and see what she does here. Interesting.
Cancer's gonna need a clutch of a life. Only 20 seconds left.
Woo! So close to those wall bangs. Taking too much time here. Oh, and she'll quickly down the bandit. C4 underneath her, it sounds like. and eventually she will be refragged by the castle. Serenity onto Camster, and round 1 goes to defenders upstairs. Now, I don't know how much of that contributes to the fact that maybe they were expecting a downstairs hold for the start. So maybe some operators they didn't need on that one, but all in all, I thought they were doing well on the attack. They roamed cleared. They just made some questionable decisions once they actually started pushing site.
I think once they realized that they had man advantage, they really started to get overtly aggressive, because as you saw, like, Legion was trapped in armory. They just had the tornado push on them, and that's an easy kill for them, but instead they just rushed them one by one, and Legion took full advantage of that.
Quite honestly, they could have just left that Legion in there. They had it covered from window and stairs. That guy on staircase, you just rotate back out, rappel up, help the Thatcher Hibana in the bedroom, and then you just have that Capitao sit on that window and wait for the rotate.
Definitely.
I was surprised that you saw 2 people run in the same doorway at the same time. Lack of communication, if I had to guess.
Yeah. I don't know. It was a good read by the Legion, but yeah. I don't know.
For sure. So they're gonna actually leave the classroom wall intact, and it looks like Pulse is AFK. So Mira doing the classic 2 mirror walls that everyone expects. Reinforce out of the back there, and they're completely locking themselves in for a backside roam / rotate. So might be seeing more of a turtle here on this site. Just Jaeger hanging out upstairs. No, Jaeger's gonna go back to site as well.
Yeah, turtle setups can work for some sites. Laundry supply room is not one of those sites that you want a turtle on, especially with how confined Oregon already is. But
so Jaeger kind of I don't know what he's trying to do here other than die early, but oh, he can get it down though, doing a crouch spam. Holy. Near death though. I'm surprised that frag didn't go out in the attacker's favor. Counting
so one player on each side at 20 with Hibana somehow at 50, but I don't really think that really benefited either team, honestly. So, an interesting play.
I'm interested, or I'd like to see, sorry, not interested, but I'd like to see that they brought the Jackal this time for the roam clear, who scans the Jaeger's feet, knows he has rotated back down.
But here's the thing
good effective drone work.
Here's the thing is they don't need a roam clear, because they already have full control of the map outside of sight.
Clear.
Yeah, exactly. They now need to start working hatch, get that side wall open, and I mean, this is looking like it's in the favor of the attackers right now, with no roam to deny any of this movement. The attacker, it's a bunch of fish in a barrel, I think, at this point.
With a minute 30 still, like, they have plenty of time to work with. They can take as long as they want.
Surprised not to see the Capitao though, instead of the Mav possibly. A Capitao could have been useful, but needless to say, Neurox is going to get that frag out onto the Pulse, and Jaeger is going to be shot from hatch, completely over peaking his angle by Slays. Slays? Slip, sorry. Flashes are going out. Ying is going to hop in. Mav up at hatch. Ying is fragged out, gets a trade off. Mira is going to peek, survives, still gets the C4 off, and then gets fragged again by Slip up at hatch, just picking them off. We're down to 1 defender against 3 attackers. All 3 attackers are below 25 health, I will say though. This is completely doable for an 100% defender. And 1 frag goes out after bomb plant from Flaps onto Camster. We'll see what he's able to do here with the Jackal and Thatcher both up at hatch. Oh, sorry, no, 1 is down? Behind bomb? Yes, he's laying down in the corner. Okay, sorry, thrown off by that, folks.
Trying to make this quick though, he doesn't have much time left.
And overexposes himself. Slip able to get the kill off on Flaps, and that was a 3-piece from Slip, just from looking at angles and hatch. So I think on the next downstairs hold, you're going to see them peek that hatch a lot less or have a lot more roam.
Yeah, oh no, a lot of really unnecessary aggression by NF that round. Not really sure what the thought process was, especially because when you're playing that aggressive, you're usually roaming heavy with it too. You're not hunted down on site playing aggressive. That's just a bad combination. So.
Right. Yep. Yeah, again, surprised not to see too many like roam ops. You're seeing a bandit come out, so I mean he could roam effectively, but essentially if you're picking him for just a roam, there's no point in bringing a bandit. You could bring someone like Vigil, because what are your bandit charges going to be used for other than trying to deny the construction push? But so far you've got nothing to go on that they're going to even push construction. And even at that, they brought a Maverick last round. So, I mean, the bandit thought process, questionable in my opinion. But we'll see. Maybe he's really good with that gun and can get some frags out on roam.
Yeah, I was going to say. Bandit pits, even like if you don't need the utility of the bandit, it's not a great gun. Great SC4 3-speed. So, really just never really got that pick. But I definitely agree that I believe a Vigil would be a better pick in place of bandit.
Seems like they're doing almost an identical strat so far. Like, identical. We'll see if they get that roam out. Bandit is out now. He has yet to put down a reinforce. I'm assuming he's going to get these hatches. Yes, hatches. And we'll see if he stays or if they... Oh, they're barricading off the back again. So again, he's not going to be able to get that rotate from that side. So it's looking like it's going to be another turtle, with Jaeger playing front door for the initial peek again.
What I'm curious,
exact same.
He takes half damage already. What I'm curious about is they're not reinforcing the classroom wall. That's the hatch. When there's a thermite ban, so they can't hit the wall and the hatch. So Habana would have to make a choice whether she wants to get the hatch and classroom wall or go for the back hatches too. So I think NF is really shooting themselves in the foot with that, with not reinforcing that.
Yep, I agree 100%. It's like just staring right at that guy, but I haven't seen him get any footprints. I'm assuming he's going to try and hunt that Jaeger down again. But with all 5 now in the basement, again conceding everything of this map, I feel like they need to have that roam game on this team, because they're going to have SG clearly pick them apart again from hatch. I mean, unless they win some of these gunfights, they're just giving up way too much.
I mean, to be fair, they did almost pull back that last round, but you can't rely on gun skill alone to win you a game. I love the use of the
not
Maverick
even playing her Mira. See, and this is another thing. They have hatch open, and you've got 4 people on backside.
Yeah,
I mean, I understand those hatches too, but they just, like, they see. If I had to make a guess, they seem like they are flustered down there right now. They don't know what is going to work for this site hold. Is Zofia possibly going to peek this Jaeger out? Does she know he's there? And it doesn't matter! Kills with the headshot onto Slayer on the backside. No refrag, looking like it's going to be coming anytime soon. Good pick for the defenders.
That was a horrible misread by the Zofia.
Oh, just over pushing it without a drone.
Without a gun even.
Yeah. And the frag coming out from the Jackal just completely outguns NF Flaps, but the trade from FAF kills onto Campster on the backside again with that Jaeger.
SG seems really torn on where they want to push, as I say that as they are doing right now in laundry. So never mind my statement.
Smoke brings out, over peaks it, and gets taken out by Zoltrol up at the hatch. Player is down. There's still a going for the plant or the res at this point. I mean, plant it is. FAF caution takes out Slip the down man. Now it's a 3v2 in the defender phase.
But they don't know.
And the attackers, nope. Plant is down. No C4 though on the Mira, so not much she really could have done. 2v2 after the Jackal clears one out upstairs. Or sorry, 1v2. See if the defenders can pull this off. And no, the flank, or was that a hatch? That was hatch. With another kill. Can the defender pull this off? Or will it be a clutch? It will be a clutch from Jackal. What was that? Was that a 4K round from Jackal?
It was at least a
What
3K, but
a
it might have
round.
been a 4K.
What a round from Zoltrel to give himself, or give his team, sorry, the 2-1 advantage going forward. What plays?
3 rounds in,
That's
already
two.
pulling 6-1.
Yep, and 2 rounds on Basement's site. We'll see if they change it back. Yes, they're going back up to their primary of Kids Dorms. Let's see if they change the ops up, knowing they will have to attack upstairs now. And you see the Buck come in. So I think they're under the understanding they're going back upstairs.
I don't know if you noticed from the Bandit last round, since we were talking about it at the beginning, but he didn't even place down his shock wire at all.
Yeah. And we have a Bandit again. Now Bandit more useful upstairs, but again, I could see, so Val switches to a Vigil. I don't necessarily agree with that because I prefer to have information, but the Bandit, I would almost prefer to be a mute, because then not only are you going to have 2 charges down, like, unless you're going to trick that and then get killed by the window, it's much more effective to just have a mute, or even a Kaid, or sorry, Kaid's banned. But have a mute there, because then you can also mute both staircases and deny complete drone work. For a team that likes to sit on site and turtle, a mute will be a much more effective op than the Bandit, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, definitely. Plus, Bandit tricking on a generator wall is borderline suicide, because you get pressured from 2 separate windows as well as from the floor below. Yeah, definitely a mute would be a better choice, but it kind of all just depends on how invested you are in holding generator wall, because it's not a major break on the site.
Right. Now they are bringing out the exact same strat here with the mirror walls and operators. Now you have Vigil sitting down in bathroom. We'll see if he can make something happen, maybe get a couple early frags and give his team the advantage that they need. But we'll see also from the attackers if they're going to understand it's the same hold and be able to counteract what happened last time for them to lose the round.
Definitely. And I mean, I understand, and that's thought process here, seeing as how, you know, they won the first round off of the same strat, but you can't keep repeating the same thing, because teams will eventually figure it out, and especially seeing as how SG already knew that NF were doing the go back to dorms, they have to be just much more prepared for this.
And still, the Buck gets rung out early. There goes your verticality of destruction from underneath right off the bat. Now, he's downstairs in garage. I like the roam on it and stuff like that. And Flaps is going to take out Slayer on roam, and Flaps is going to get the double kill over on roam downstairs. I don't know what is going on with drone work or whatnot, but that Vigil is just completely wreaking havoc on this attacking team.
Yeah, definitely. Just already, we're a minute in. Because you saw before, a minute in on Laundry, they were already driving hatch on attack. A minute in now, we're in a 5v2 in NF's favor, all because they had roam presence for once.
Yep. And I'm hoping NF can clue into the fact that, hey, we just completely turned this around just by having 2 people on roam. Just 2 guys. Even 1 guy, they probably could have got a double kill if it was just the Vigil, you know what I mean? Like, the roam is key on Oregon. Vigil, Slip getting taken out by, or, sorry, Flaps getting taken out by Slip. Habana is going to jump into Armory. Did that Mira hear her? She did, and Mira brings out the kill. Peeking a Mira wall in clear view. Not the best decision, I will say. I'm hoping SG can get some drones, maybe, if they have any drones left, to give their man some information, but he's still eyeing the roam.
Let's play it this way. 1v4, 30 seconds left. You don't have to do it in the future, but still.
Oh
yeah.
No!
Oh, the knife!
Completely outmaneuvered by kills. Good try though on the attackers.
And see, here's the thing though, is
I mean,
now they have to go back to either Laundry Supply, which they have not won yet, or they go out to an offsite, which would be nice to see. But just
well, they're gonna hit Laundry Supply again, but
I'm just confused by the polar opposites of like success between Laundry and
Lights.
dorms.
Yep.
Yeah, it's...
Dorms, they have roam. They've won 2 rounds in 2 rounds holding that site in a row. Basement, they run no roam, and they've lost 2 in a row on it. So I mean, I'm hoping they can clue in, but again, it looks like NF. Oh, they switched off to kitchen. They
I'm
are
curious to see
changing
how
the
this
site
is
up.
gonna go. And Sid's Pit and Clash, they have something up their sleeves. They have to.
About to find out. I'm interested to see this. I don't usually see a clash on this site. I mean, unless the clash is going to plan on playing that hallway right there and just completely deny them that back access, and then they maybe have Doc or Jaeger watching backside, or Pulse upstairs going to get the C4, or I'm not sure. I don't know how they're going to play this. So they're actually going to castle off that. Castle that, yes.
Where's this last one?
Doc seems to be AFK. So I mean, they're missing 2 reinforces to start the round.
I think they're
Pulse
both
gonna be
AFK, never
sitting
mind.
in laundry. Pulse looks like he's gonna be sitting in laundry. See, and then Clash goes to this. I'm interested to see where this Clash plays.
I can see her
I haven't seen
either.
a single spawn peek.
I can see the Clash either playing in showers or back at dining, but...
So the issue with castling that hallway door off right there is the fact that now they know they have small tower control. So they can immediately jump in, Thatch, Thermite, or Thatch in this case, Havana, and you can't stop them. They have nothing to stop them. Oh, cheeky little foot scan coming out there. Onto the Jaeger? Or
No, that was on the Pulse.
was it the Pulse he got with it? Oh, good. Good on him. They now know that there's somebody in laundry. But again, I'm shocked that in the first 5 or 10 seconds of the round, they did not have that wall starting to open up. That
How did
is a
Nomad get
nasty
down?
angle.
Nomad
push.
now, but...
Castle? Upstairs? Above? Oh no, outside the window! Castle peeking outside the window onto the Nomad. And now Jackal upstairs doesn't know the Castle's there. Castle downs and takes him out as well. That's a 2K now for Flaps. Jaeger lit beyond all belief upstairs. But all in all, a 5v3 now. On a site that is not often played. And Jaeger gets refragged from the Zofia. Zofia does not know the Castle's there. Still able to snap and kill him. My goodness.
Great plays by Slayer.
Right to a 3v3, all thanks to a jump in upstairs. Now, Pulse ringing out shots. Pulse not going to be fragged out. I don't know how he missed those shots, but the Pulse takes Slayer out. We're down to a 3v2.
He didn't take
Pulse
any
still in
damage.
laundry. I know. I could have sworn I saw a headshot on that. That fire rate, though, of that gun, and there's the refrag from Slip, using the not-so-common AR-33 on the Thatcher for the second, or, yeah, all rounds, actually.
Ooh.
And he's fragged out by a cheeky little peek from Doc, looking through some stuff. Doc now going to bring out the Clash, that the last one is in hallway. Is the Clash going to push, though, and maybe try and get this Doc a free kill? Clash is just going to sit in sight and play it safe.
How many times? They just have play time.
Oh. No, not going to be able to get that. Is the Doc going to rush?
In the bathroom, just... Yeah, this is all over for sure.
I think this is a round game complete, or not game complete, but round complete, as Serenity does get the easy kill onto the shield shot. Vana almost taking out his shield op in the process, but all in all, effective. So now we've seen the defenders adjust. They know they can't hold basement with their current strat, so they go with the curveball, and it works. That's good team communication, I think.
I really like that whole just all together by NF for that site, because they were emphasizing top floor presence a lot, And I feel that the Clash was used more as just like a distraction or an afterthought for SG to
Yeah.
deal with rather than the main point of their defense. So really, really good hold by NF that last round.
So we see them actually switch out from the Bandit to the Vigil, like we had suggested on their last time in the basement. They're
Good
running
on
Legion, Mira, Smoke again. Valk. I like the Valk because you need some sort of intel op, but I would have rathered a Maestro instead of the Valk. Maestro much more effective to put a camp right there by the stairwell, and you can see through smoke, deny plants if you have to, if they get off the plant or if they have 100% health and they stick it. But smoke shoddy. Mira, Valk.
Highly unlikely, but Vigil could place a bulletproof camera there, but I'm pretty sure he'd be rocking impacts. But
Oh,
yeah.
I would assume he'd have impacts, yes.
Well, I mean,
Now,
I've
does
seen
Smoke have
people make it
impacts
work.
and a shoddy, or did Smoke switch to the barbed wire, which would be much more effective? I see literally no barbed wire anywhere on this defensive hold. And they did bring a Ying, so you could see no barbed wire on stairs,
No
nothing
Jaeger.
like that. A Jackal, no Jaeger, nothing. Ying could, if they clue in and they have those defensive offs marked, this could be a quick attack push round. The only thing you'd really need to worry about is that Mira, and you get that Mira flashed or picked off. I think they throw the Yings. Zofia can pop out stuff.
Look at this
Habana's
though.
probably got her flashes.
Look at this though. They have drone presence.
We'll see how it works, right?
I mean,
Where's
Grant
Vigil's sitting in kitchen, and he's about to get pinned. He locks himself in the room, has 2 impacts, he gets the flash. 2 flashes, though, to frag out onto 1 Vigil. I don't know if it's 2, but either way, Nurox with the headshot onto the Vigil.
Honestly,
Now
whether
with, again, complete map control.
whether NF knows it or not, the fact that the Yane wasted 2 Candelas on the Vigil just to push him out, such a huge game for them. But again, they're not reinforcing classroom wall, and there's no thermite. They're literally shooting themselves in the foot here.
I agree with that. And it's not like they even used all their reinforcements, because I don't remember, but I didn't see the Vigil reinforce anything downstairs. As the Jackal is going to peek angles and maybe try and get some kills like he did on the last 2 rounds where they were in basement. Oh my, I thought he was going. I thought that Jackal was gonna yeet that for a second. So Ying goes out. Let's see what Ying can do here. She drops, goes to push. She did not flash him though. So there, a Ying push, not really coordinated, and they die because of it. And then Smoke is going to get the kill on the down guy pushing the stairs. So just like that, on a uncoordinated Ying stair push, it seems like we have a 4-on-3 in the defender's favor. After they conceded map control with a 5v4. These smokes should have been out before that plant went down.
Plant's going down.
No,
Thatcher
shot, and the
didn't
C4 rings out.
notice.
Doesn't get.
Thatcher
The
didn't
bomb
notice the
is
rotate.
still down.
Thatcher didn't notice the rotate by the
4v2 on
Legion.
stairs. Oh, come on. Oh, no. He misses, is not able to finish off the bomb. They're doing so much damage, and there is the pick from Zerxel. And another. Oh, watch those team shots. We are down to a 2v1 after. And the rotate. He sees it. Can he get it? He does.
Wow.
Hamster finally connects after targeting 3 separate operators and takes out FAF Slap on the late rotate upstairs. My goodness, what a round from the attackers. What a back and forth round between attack defense having control and momentum. That was intense.
I know that SG ultimately won that round, but if Yin had all 3 of her candelas, that would have been a much smoother push for them, just entirely. The fact that I don't know if you caught it or not, but Thatcher was watching the rotate from supplying the laundry, right? And
Okay.
It was smoked off. Legion walked through it, and the Thatcher didn't see it.
Oh.
Legion could have very easily swung things around, but
Yeah, I saw him miss the Valk twice. He missed the Valk,
Mhm.
run through the smoke, and throw the C4, and then again, he couldn't connect on all of his shots when she went to peek the stairs. It's a good thing that Jackal was able to finish that kill, otherwise that would have just been a nightmare. So now on their first defensive round, we are seeing that SG is going to go basement hold. They have the Mira. It looks like going to be a heavy roam, possibly put those castles up inside of the meeting area and run. Yes, they are opening hatches. They are looking to do a meeting hall hold up here with likely the Jaeger, Vigil, and possibly the Alibi. I would only put 2 up there, but who knows? They could be running a heavy presence upstairs. I only see Jaeger on site. I don't know where they all went.
I mean,
We got
it'd be
Mira here. We got Vigil going up to kids. I think that's a bit of an extreme roam, but
they're
I mean,
they're
we'll
going
see if
for
it works
a
for
really
them.
heavy roam here.
Yep.
Here's
But
the
Hatches did not get
play.
shot out.
might
Hatches did
just
not
be-
get shot out.
That might just be a spectator glitch. No, it's not. Alright, there you
There
go.
we go.
Yeah, very much the
Got the other
opposite of
one.
how very much the opposite of how NF were holding
NF,
so
Absolutely. But again, we see a Jackal come out. They are expecting the roam, I would say, since they saw the Vigil pick in the op phase. So we will see. Gonna push in. This is where that Vigil upstairs might come into effect. If they can gauge if that hatch is open or not. Which is actually gonna start peeking stairs, it looks like.
The floor is reinforced.
Yeah. See what Vigil does here on this. There's a Jackal and is that an Ash? It is. So Jackal and Ash versus Vigil here coming up. I don't think Vigil's been droned either because of his ability or just the lack of droning top floor. But they have completely pushed past White Stairs without even giving a thought to the upstairs. See if Vigil can make that push. Let's check in on Habana here. Trying to lock down front door with the buck. Ash now stuff up. Being cautious, but still. Oh, Ash has wall open. Castle is in meeting hall. She heard the shots, but I don't think she knows where. And now Ash is identified. Is the Vigil going to push that Ash out now? Vigil runs back upstairs. After he takes the flash Jackal out. I didn't even see that shot come out. It was like one tap. As Caution takes out Slip in meeting hall on the Thatcher. Or sorry, on the Castle. Wow. My goodness. My tongue is just
okay, they all sound the same sometimes.
Again, this attack so cautious here. So cautious. And I personally, this Vigil, after fragging out that one person, again, they have not yet to drone him or push him at the stairs. Plant is going down though. C4 rings out from the Mira.
They're not
Plant's
covered
try
by
again.
the smoke.
Slayer takes out kills. No smokes, no nothing. You've got a buck with frags. And he actually has no frags going to the plant. And Habana with no. And 2 rows right beside Habana. Oh my goodness. Can't she frag out? She can't. And the roam game wins the round for Shadow Gamer. The roam game absolutely took over that map. Lack of droning, it seemed like, from from NF. Truly lack of droning.
NF, all in all, really just seemed really uncoordinated with each other on that push because you had 2 people over, kitchen dining side while you were going for the main push, but the roamers were everywhere in between. They weren't focusing on a main pinch on any one roamer, and it came back to bite them in the butt.
Yep. Did you see? I didn't even see the Jackal ping any feet before he got killed.
I don't even know.
That's like, it was so key. Exactly. It was so key that the Vigil went upstairs from front door, knowing that if they had a Jackal, I would assume he was doing that on purpose, knowing that they wouldn't have feet to scan. Great plays by the Vigil on that round. Now we're going to see their first upstairs hold. Jaeger, Castle, Mira. Legion and Doc. See what the plan is here, but I'm assuming with the mirror they're gonna have one mirror up here and then another mirror over here. Again, I didn't agree with this one. Yeah.
I mean, they made it work.
Jaeger,
It's definitely a new one, but I don't know.
I'm not to toot my own horn, but I know exactly the strat they're doing, and this is a strat that my squad used to do every time on this hold. Not necessarily with those reinforces by the castle over there, but definitely with the mirror and the reinforces into there with the rotate. 100% see what they're doing on that. But again, there's nobody upstairs on site.
I like the really conceding site
Now
though.
with the Jaeger. But if they push this site and there's 4 people underneath, good night. I mean, the retake on hallways and 2 stairwells to get upstairs is going to be a nightmare. As you see, the rotates back upstairs. There we go.
Easily one of the hardest sites to retake. But what I'm curious about is, and it correlates to this blitz pitch, is NS seems so inconsistent with their aggression, because one round they're just on top of everything, and then the next round they're kind of just stuck. So,
right.
I'm hoping this.
It's like they're not sure of their strats. If you think about it, it's like they're not confident.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that this blitz pitch for them will be almost like a catalyst for them to just make a push.
Yes, hopefully. But as you saw there, he tried to shot out a window and then turned his back to it. Took a couple shots in the shoulder, it looks like. But at least they're getting the good drone work as Caution gets a kill off to slip on the mirror. Oh my goodness, Captau is actually in upstairs fighting with the castle, but unable to frag out on the castle. A call must have been made that they were heavy roamed, and they have pushed it out. The Jackal with the kill, the Buck with the kill, the frags are coming fast and furious right now, folks, with the Twitch fighting the Legion, and the Legion ultimately getting the kill onto the Twitch. We are now at a 2v1 situation, Legion Doc against a Buck, with a Buck inside sight. They now know he's there. Can they pull the pinch off? So a call must have been made that there was very few on site, and that's why they pushed like this. But ineffective, shots missed, gunfights lost, bullets sprayed into ghosts, it seems, on that push, which ultimately is going to turn out in SG's favor. I mean, the right idea, but the wrong execution, I think.
That round was just a mess on both teams' parts. Ultimately, that just came down to SG winning their gunfights, but yeah, I don't know what to make of that last round, like, honestly.
We're seeing Zoltro dropping double digits, going 11-3, while the rest of his team clearly dying more, but still getting frags, as Slayer has 7, Campster with 5, Slip with 5, and then with 3 and 4 assists, though, I'll add, with 7 deaths is Neurox. Kills is leading his squad. Again, you're kind of seeing Caution, Serenity, and Flaps all kind of doing a par with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then FAF Slaps at the bottom going 1-7. That team needs to figure out how to get Slaps involved.
Mm-hmm. And to be fair, scoreboard doesn't show all your contributions.
How tight these rounds.
He could definitely be doing more outside of kills, but yeah, definitely hurts this late into the round.
A completely out of the box sight here. I have yet to see in competitive gaming a team take the tower as the bomb sites over. They could have taken the dining over here.
Honestly,
so very interesting.
In my opinion, I believe tower is a much better site than dining. It's also a lot more fun to hold. If you know what you're doing,
fun for sure, but
lost on how to attack it.
Well, it's because it's not common, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, we don't have a strat for attacking this site, and it's kind of like a smorgasbord of, okay, what do we do? Because you can clearly see with that Ying, they were expecting to go into small tower and then Ying into site and possibly go for a plant.
I mean,
but now it's interesting to see if Ying can take top of tower, right? If Ying takes top of tower with all 3 Ying charges, this is going to be quite the round, I think, for the attackers versus the defenders.
Definitely. I don't know. It's always curious to see Or you're kind of like taking a gamble almost when a team wins the 2 main sites because you really don't know which side they're gonna go to because they both play out so differently from each other. So really, you're just rolling the dice as an attacker on whether you're right or wrong with it.
For sure, like on defense especially, I have clearly noticed that NF and SG are complete opposites as FAF slaps, brings out the first kill onto the Valkyrie.
Hey,
well, Valkyrie does get him damage, but Slaps finally getting involved.
Yeah, getting involved in the kills again, finally. Also, it doesn't help that they have a member named Slaps and another named Flaps. Personal note.
But Buck bringing a frag out at the window. We're seeing the attackers kind of play almost a mini vertical game, staying on that roof, getting a couple of frags into tower, which defenders I think are getting way over peaky on this.
I mean, it's understandable. They're already down to make that 3.
Flaps taking out. Nurox gets the trade onto Flaps, and can Nurox? Did Nurox down?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Still up. I can't believe the amount of shots. And there is the trade from Caution onto the Jaeger. So now we've got just Alibi left on site, and there you have it, folks. Complete decisive takedown of SG on that tower hold. Way too aggressive on defense, in my opinion. That was their main flaw on that. Way too aggressive.
Definitely. Honestly, to me, it kind of seemed like. Now I could be wrong, of course, but SG maybe just isn't well versed in either of the offsides, so they were kind of just taking a gamble, which it's respectable. You're up. Well, not 1, but being up 2 points. You can take a risk like that, especially if you know that the next round you get one of your main sites back. So, no, I wouldn't worry too much about that round for them. But let's just hope that they can. Let's just hope that they can get these last 2 rounds out for their sake.
Yep, for sure. They're bringing same ops again with the Alibi, Vigil, Castle, Jaeger, and Mira for the basement hold. So I'm surprised they aren't pulling a smoke or any plant denial other than the Mira's C4. Very, very interesting. Now, I know they are going to play that heavy roam upstairs again, but at the same time, if that roam actually does get taken care of, you've got barely any plant denial, so you are banking on your roam game at this point.
But to be fair to SC, their roam game has been quite effective for the most part. But yeah, I don't know, the strong lack of plant denial, even given how SG are playing their defense, definitely questionable to say the least.
And they're actually going to reinforce the 1 hatch for themselves upstairs. I don't know if I agree. If you're going to have an upstairs presence as hard as you are, I would say leave both hatches open. Or at least if you want that one closed for now because you want to sit there or you want to be able to hide there, at least leave it unreinforced so that you can destroy it if you need to get out. As FAF Kills is ringing out an early kill from the tower doorway in the cheeky little spot underneath the door. So right off the bat, 1 roam down, and we are seeing, and is he going to hit? He's so close. Hits 1 bullet on that wall bang. That was almost insane. As she's gonna peek and get down the staircase. And she goes back up the staircase.
Again,
see if this Ying.
I don't know. I'm just SG is playing so aggressive right now. They don't need to.
Yeah, I mean they're running into gunfights when they can clearly hold an angle and have a higher chance of getting the kill. So Habana looks like she's trying to pinch this Alibi as well inside of tower. And Habana will pinch the Alibi, slaps onto Slayer on that room. So now and there goes the final roam. I do believe we have a Mira and a Vigil. Oh no, Vigil is still on roam. A 4 roam presence. 3 are gone, and we have yet to see this rotate back to site.
Clear.
He is still hunting a drone in front of him.
To be fair to the castle, I'm pretty sure he got caught on a rotate. No, you're dead. I'm pretty sure Castle just got kind of rotate, but still, just so much roam presence not paying off at all at this point. NF reading it
I mean,
perfectly.
Drone ready.
that's what I'm saying. I think on this basement site, if they go here again, if they lose this round, that they need to for sure think about changing up their ideas or going to a backup strat where they have a maestro or something, as Vigil is able to get a frag off on the second floor, as Mira is unfortunately downed. I don't know necessarily why she got pushy, but
I don't
the
know
res
if they
will go
know,
out
but
onto the Jackal. Yeah, I don't
they
think
have
they
full
know
sight
she's
control.
down. They're about to know.
They do.
Yep. As Vigil is
Aw.
working hatch now, and oh, goes for the impact. They could have had an easy kill onto the Twitch, but we're sitting at a 3v1. They know he's up there now. Plant is going down another bomb site, and here you have it. They are playing Mira's Mira against the defensive team. See what Vigil can do on this, guys. He has one hatch open, 2 hatches open thanks to the Habana, actually. Does not have any info that I know of because no Valk, again, no cams down there to know where these attackers are.
All NF has to do is watch
See.
angles. Vigil doesn't have much time
3v1, watch angles. He's literally got to kill them all, like, now to be able to even defuse. At this point, he's
it's
just
not
going
gonna
for
happen.
kills. It's not
NF
going to. This
taking
round
another
is officially going to NF because whether he kills or not, which it won't even matter because he will get fragged by slaps. But again, way too long deciding what he wants to do on that one, I think.
Great play. And NF taking another round. 5-5 now. Definitely.
We are either going to see a win ring out or a tie here in the short moments.
Definitely NF waking up for sure. They seem a lot more coordinated on those last 2 attacks than they have this whole game. Also nice
again,
to see,
after the... Sorry.
No, you're good. It's just nice to see Slapsy on the scoreboard again. It's been so long.
Yep. 3 kills since we said something. It's like you heard us.
No deaths too.
But yeah, and again, you're going to see the exact same op pool come out from SG, meaning they are likely going to try the exact same hold. Like, I mean, that'll be 3 site holds, the exact same. You only won the first one. That was how many rounds ago? I just don't agree with the decision. If they are running the exact same strat, I do not agree with the decision to run this strat again after it hasn't worked. They now know you run it. You need to change this up. Change it up. Bring a smoke. Bring a reinforced hatches. Go hard turtle out of nowhere. You're a roam team. Hit him with that curveball, and you're just gonna hard turtle with some ACOG sites on a Maestro, a Doc, that kind of stuff. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. To be fair though, and they're definitely showing it in this game. SG is a very aggressive team, so them playing this whole game like this without the kind of a buffer in the more of a anchor style of play, not all that surprising to me.
Could agree. But yeah, you're seeing the exact same. Maybe a heavier roam presence over here instead of 1 person. There is now 2. You're seeing Castle and Mira on site. Castle actually brought barbed wire to the show today for this round. But again, you're gonna see that Jackal and this operator, which is, I'm assuming, the Ying. Yes, the Ying and Jackal are gonna do the backside again. You have Habana going up. They're looking for the same pinch. They're attacking the exact same way. This Habana is going to go over and she's going to look inside the upstairs to look for that pinch, which there is nobody playing there this time. So going to be wasting time on that. But the Twitch is now pushing into dining. There are 2 roamers near her. Is someone going to drone her in? I heard a drone go, but will they remember to check? And now she is exposed. Everyone knows she's there. Alibi rotates over to door. See if this Alibi can make something happen on the Twitch, but I do believe Jaeger is also in bathroom. Jaeger's gonna ring out shots. Now he is exposed. Is that a Buck in a drone right there? Oh, Buck is out of the drone now. crouch spamming like his life depends on it.
Loading full magazine.
Will the Jaeger make the push?
So many people holding angles.
safe.
Someone needs to make the
Yeah,
push.
see, now it's the exact opposite. They're not playing aggressive. It's almost like they scared themselves from being too aggressive. And now he's gonna peek it and not even, almost gets taken out. Oh no, the Buck has no idea he went for the flank, but it almost doesn't matter. He still gets the headshot, but that was tough.
That was a great play by Nurox.
Got Zertul now getting a frag. We got a 5v2. This is what the roam needs to do. A lot better roam. Nurox getting a second frag, but taking more damage. So now we have a 5-on-2. At this point, you would like to see... Oh, and fragged out by Caution on the Twitch to the Nurox. Another frag, or down, sorry, comes out, and Zertul will take the round almost single-handedly aside from the 2 kills that Nurox got. But great roam on that one from SG compared to the last round of roam. They changed up where they had their operators on the roam, and it worked. So good adjustments on the roam game for sure. And we're seeing a 16-5 from Zertul right now. He is absolutely having a match, and boy oh boy, he is carrying right now, to say the least, on the frag wise.
Definitely. So for our last and final round, doing the dorms. This should be an interesting way to finish things off. But really, I just think the one kicker for SG that last round was just they stopped peeking everything. They played time. They let people come to them, and they made the proper rotates and flanks, and it worked out perfectly for them.
It's like somebody in their party chat might have been like, yo, you guys are being too aggressive, let's tone it down a little bit. And to have the whole team listen and then it effectively work, that is great. That is a great kind of communication to have within your team chat and stuff like that. And not getting flustered and stuff.
And see, the 2 rounds prior to that last one, both times they were just getting decimated. Like, they were in like 1v3, 1v4 situations, like off-site. And to pull a complete 180 like that, it's really good for them. Puts them on match point. So rather than see another tie, which we've been seeing a lot of lately, or SG takes it 7-5.
I mean, I'd like to see SG get their more people involved. As I said before, the 16 kills being ringed out from Zertul. That's just, it's insane. Not surprising to see someone go off like that within collective. But the fact that it's against NF as well, who I thought are showing they're a great team as well, to have just one person go off like that. But I can definitely see teams in the future banning this Vigil out on him.
Trust me, there are teams in collective already that get the target ban Vigil against them. SG will certainly be joining their ranks soon enough after this game.
Absolutely, and immediately Flaps is going to get into a gunfight or a mini fight with... Oh, he actually got that shot onto the Doc. I didn't think he landed that. But he now knows there are 2 over there. Doc is going to be ballsy and peek that. I don't know if Doc peeks this or waits for him to hear the door. Doc peeks it, almost gets that off. Just the little movement on that. And we have the first kill ring out onto the Jaeger from Caution. Caution is in laundry already. Trying to push that roam out. Will he see? There's a kill ring there. They're going to pinch someone inside that has walked in. And yes, the Ying will down and clear SG. And we are a 5v3 and that much closer to a tie.
You didn't know that
FA,
was classroom?
I don't think so. Vigil has been proven to just sit around and be able to get these frags.
Oh, he rotates up the wrong stairs.
Oh, and Blackbeard. No communication that they had people in here already, I don't think. And Vigil just runs right into a Blackbeard's face. We have now a 4v2 with a Mira and Castle. Castle on stairs. Mira in bedroom. Nobody is over here. As Ying is flashing her entire team at the at it.
Flash grenade.
Just seeing things.
They know Mira's in there, which is very unfortunate for the Mira. Flashing of the
Everyone
teammates
just flashing
happening
each
right
other.
now. Plant is going down. Castle does not check the Mira. Castle does peek and
What
get
a
a
play.
2K off onto Kills and Serenity. We now have a 2v2. 2v1. Slaps gets a refrag and Slaps, the player who we commentated and said needed to get involved, will clutch out the round and take it as a tie for his team. Great plays from Slaps. Way to get it going near the end of the game and clutch that for your team. Congratulations.
What a game.
Wow. What a game. Back and forth, back and forth. Great set of teams going toe-to-toe today. But with that said, we end in a tie, and I guess we'll get both IGLs in here to speak.
Mm-hmm.
See what they have to say on that. Flap or slaps? I think it's flaps.
I have no idea. I would assume it's flaps because of the NF, but I don't know. Teams change.
Yeah.
Teams change their names so often. I get lost on who's who anymore. It's like, oh, what happened to so and so team? Oh, that's who they are now. Okay.
Hey, what's up, Flaps? If you want to just include your audio,
Yep.
work on getting Neurox in here before we get going.
That was one sweaty game.
Right off the bat. Oh, intense game. I'm assuming he is talking to his team right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, Flaps, while we wait for Nerds to join, I've been meaning to ask personally, why the name change from FAF to NF?
Well, it's hard to really explain. I'll just try to make it quick, I guess. FAF got taken over by a bunch of hackers, basically. FAF was like a whole like gaming community and stuff like that, and yeah.
Alright, so, you know.
Yeah.
Stuff hits the fan. you move on.
One of those.
Yep. See ya.
Yeah.
At least you got your team out of there, though.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, you guys can play for us. I was like, nah, I'm not playing for a bunch of hackers, dude.
Anyway, well, not entirely sure now.
I mean, I don't know if Neurox is gonna join. I'm gonna send him one more, and I'll give him a minute, 2 minutes to join. That's 4 invites now. If he doesn't join, we'll just we'll do the interview with Flaps and
pay our respects to Shadow Gaming.
yeah. Give him a minute, 2 minutes here, and we'll see.
Definitely a hell of a game.
Yeah.
All right, I'm tired of waiting already.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead here. So great game, Flaps. Really went well for you guys. Something I for sure noticed, you guys are like polar opposites while defending. Did you have any strats set up specifically for Shadow Gaming, or were you guys kind of just running your usual strats with the, it seemed like not a turtle, but a pretty close heavy on site? What were your plans going in knowing you'd be against Shadow?
Well, we didn't really have any plans. We just thought we would treat it like every other game, you know? Try to kind of take the stress off things. And we didn't mean for it to be a turtle. We meant to have like 2 roamers the entire time, but it just didn't work out that way.
Right. Yeah, because we noticed that you, like, now it might just play into the way you guys play, but you were quite quickly on some rounds, just completely conceding almost the entire map, right? And you for sure were able to win out and frag out rounds on that. But is that generally how you like to go, or do you prefer to lock down meeting, that kind of stuff?
Me personally, I can't say this for the rest of my teammates. They play how they want to play. But me personally, I like to roam and lock down places where it's viable for the attackers to take. So like just to kind of slow them down a little bit. But
Right.
I mean, if it works, it works, man. That's all I have to say to them. Is to my team at least. If it works, it works.
Yep. Now we did see some strats get changed up and some different pushes while you guys were on attack. Did you guys hit some adversity in your party chat, maybe to try and figure out what SG was doing when they took those 2 rounds in a row on you guys? Was there something that clicked in your party chat, some kind of a change of tactic at all that you guys figured out to ultimately come out with the win or with the tie? Sorry.
So we were all getting a little concerned about losing at that point when they took those first 2 rounds from us. So I was like, why don't we just go through the top bottom push, clear out all the roamers like I've been trying to tell you guys to do this entire game. And then we started doing that, and then we reaped the benefits.
Yep, for sure, for sure. Now, what are some things that you saw from SG that they did really well against you guys that you could give them credit for?
They held down downstairs pretty well. Because with that alibi playing attic and the vigil upstairs in kids, it was really rough to just completely clear out meeting and upstairs in general, and then go ahead and push downstairs. They really did waste a lot of our time, which is really good on their part. I like that strat when they go upstairs in dining hall, the mirror with the doc watching it, and the kitchen area. That's it. I like that too. And then just their gunplay in general. Their gunplay is really good.
Absolutely. Now, Snee, I'm gonna let you get in here and get your questions in. Go for it.
Really most of what I would have asked has been covered, but there's one round in particular that I wanted to cover. It was round 6 was your guys' last defensive laundry supply, which ultimately you guys lost, but the one thing that you guys did different was you brought a you had one roamer in the vigil, which whatever, one roamer.
I think that was me.
Whether your team knew it or not, the fact that you were able to get Yin to waste 2 Candelas on just pushing out a single roamer easily swung things in your guys' favor for the execute, because when the Yin went for the execute, she only had 1 Candela to work with and was fried out immediately. All in all, that round was kind of iffy on both ends, which again, it ultimately fell into SG's favor, but really it by all means for both teams, it was, for you guys especially, just that one minor change was just a huge switch up for them. But really on attack, 2 rounds in a row, both the first tower defense and then when they went down the laundry the next round, you guys really seem to have read into their roaming presence and were just shutting it down like super fast. Both times you guys were putting SG in a 1vx situation. Was that just an adjustment made by any of you guys? Was it just things falling into place? What was going on there for those 2 rounds?
It was an adjustment made by us. I feel like that goes back to the question where he asked if we changed up our tactics, where I said we just decided to do top bottom roam clear.
Alright.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's like I said, you got most of my questions, so might reiterate it in my own way, but that's really all I got.
Perfect.
Aside from that, GG's to both of you guys.
Anything you'd like to say to Shadow Gaming before we give you your 30 seconds of fame here?
GG guys, it was a great game. Hope we play you again during the season or during the league or wherever the playoffs. Yeah, playoffs.
All right, your 30 seconds starts now, dude.
Man, dude, I don't even have anything to shout out.
All right,
Uh,
no worries, no worries. All right, on that note, people in the stream, if you enjoyed today's 3 shows or just the one show you were here for, or all of the above, feel free to follow all the social media for collective_esports. And it's the exact same for Twitter, Twitch, as well as Instagram. Feel free to drop a like on anything you guys see or that you like. And that's it for today on the casting. I believe we will have another game tomorrow in the evening being casted. So if you guys like what you see and you want to hop in there, feel free to do so. Drop a like, get in the comments, and we'll see you in there. That's Eclipse, and that's Snee, and you guys have a good night.